These are the landless people of Orissa, a people who have lived a sustainable life, developing a close relationship with the land and its forests for many hundreds of years, yet denied ownership. These are the poor, the below poverty line people who are forced to manage on less than 20 cents a day. Orissa's land is some of the richest to be found in India, yet the people who live on it are some of the poorest. Hugely underdeveloped, and with a majority of its population illiterate, their lives have changed little since they first settled as subsistence farmers. The government has made a promise to these people, a promise to support the poor, and every year make available the provision of land, food and labour, a safety net for all those on the very edge of survival. But every year, through a complex system of bureaucracy and poor management, much of this never reaches the people it was intended for.
One morning in the summer of 2007, a farmer in southern India set off to plough his land.
It was 7:30 in the morning and we were on our way to the fields. There were 4 children gathered here. They said, "Brother, someone has buried a baby here." The baby was wrapped with a cloth and buried deep in the ground. She shouldn't have been alive, but somehow she was.
We are surprised because the baby is buried under the ground and covered with the moss, and usually they will die. But this baby is alive.
Hospital staff named the 2-day-old girl Bhu Lakshmi, the earth goddess. Every week in India, thousands of baby girls are aborted, killed or abandoned simply because of their gender. Bhu Lakshmi survived. She's one of the lucky ones. India has one of the fastest growing economies in the world. But despite the new prosperity, old traditions hold firm. Sons have long been prized over daughters. They preserve the family name and traditionally look after elderly parents. Girls are often seen as an expensive burden, with parents forced to pay a costly wedding dowry when they get married. Across India, boys now dramatically outnumber girls, and those sex ratios are getting worse. Across the country are hundreds of children's homes, filled mainly with girls.
The birthday girl here is Harshita, and she was abandoned last year in October. And she was just 2 months old. She was put in a basket and she was left with a small feeding bottle near the gate. And we don't know who the mother is. We don't know who left her. We don't know anything about her. We don't know her birthday, so today is a very auspicious day. We thought it should be her birthday. The children here are abandoned children, and they're abandoned in the hospitals here near the gate. And some of them are rescued from being sold and they end up here. All sorts of stories. And all of them who are abandoned are girls.
Girls can be abandoned at any time in their childhood. One of the newest arrivals is 7-year-old Pushpa. She's struggling to settle. Sandhya is giving her lots of close attention.
బాగుందా ఇక్కడ నిజంగా చెప్పు నీ మనసులో ఏముందో చెప్పు
నిజంగా
బాగుందా
అదన్నీ జరిగింది కదా అవి వస్తుంటాయి కళలో మా అమ్మ పిన్ని తీసుకుని వెళ్ళామేసింది కదా వాళ్ళ దగ్గర పారిపోచేసాను కదా అదన్నీ వస్తాయి
కళ్ళు వచ్చిందా
బాధగా అనిపిస్తుంది
మీకు పెళ్లి చేశారు కదా ఎవరికి ఇచ్చి చేశారమ్మా?
మా పిన్ని మా వాళ్ళకి ఇచ్చి చేశారు. అక్కడి నుంచి నేను పారిపోచేసా.
ఎంత పెద్దోడు?
అన్న పెద్ద పొడుగ్గా ఉన్నారు.
ముసలోడు. మరి సంతోషంగా ఉండు నాన్న, హ్యాపీగా ఉండు నువ్వైతే. ఇంకొన్ని రోజులు అయ్యాక అప్పుడు నీకు బాగా, అప్పుడు కనుక్కున్నా కూడా వాళ్ళు ఏం తీసుకొని పోరు. కొంచెం చదువుకొని ఉంటావు కదా అప్పుడు ఎట్లా తీసుకుపోతారు? పెద్దదాన్ని అయిపోతావు కదా, వాళ్ళు తీసుకొని పోరు.
This has become a common sight outside most suburban train stations in Mumbai. These men are not travelers, but out-of-work construction laborers who have lost jobs due to a slowdown in the sector. They assemble here daily in the hope of getting odd jobs like repairing or painting to earn some money. This is the spot where residents from the area come to hire temporary manpower for their housework. Most of these men left farming and moved to Mumbai to become construction workers. One of them is Shiv Pujan, who came to the city in 2007. But he lost his construction job 2 years ago, and since then, he's been struggling to survive.
I used to earn $200 every month, but now I barely get 1/3 of that by doing temporary jobs. In fact, I'm planning to move back to my village soon. At least, there I will be able to earn more by working as a farm laborer.
Despite strong economic growth, creating jobs is still a major challenge for India. The construction industry is the second largest employer in the country after agriculture. But there are concerns that the slowdown in the sector could push many people back into farming.
सुनो, दीदी फिर से रो रही थी। क्यों? दीदी कह रही थी मुझे स्कूल जाना है, तो पापा ने बोला तू स्कूल नहीं जा सकती, स्कूल से भैया जाएगा। इसलिए मैंने सोच लिया है कि मैं भी भैया जैसे बाल काट के भैया जैसे कपड़े भी पहनूंगी, और फिर सबको लगेगा कि मैं लड़का हूँ, और फिर मुझे भी स्कूल जाना